Good morning, sunshine, and welcome back to another episode of Shine Buzz Weekly. I don't know. Anyway, I thought we would come on in and chat together today for a few minutes, and then I'll remind you that I will be live later today with Dana Morningstar. I think on her channel, but I'll send you a notification if not. So I just came in today to say hello to everyone, see how everyone's doing, and see if anyone has any questions for me before I get ready to jump into another meeting. So just jumping in here, waiting to see if I'm even live. Stuff's going a little slow, might have an internet issue. Not sure if I'm talking to myself right now. Anywho, so yeah, here we are. Um, as far as how I'm doing well. I have a little headache today. Probably could use a little sunlight, and it's a perfect day for it. So maybe I'll sneak out on the back porch or something, soak up a little vitamin D. Um, Anywho, yes, there we go. We're starting to be. Oh, there's everybody. Okay. It didn't show me all of you for a minute there. So if you have questions, comments, concerns, things you want to talk about, now's the time to throw it in the chat. I'm only going to be here for just about 30 minutes today. Well, this morning, and then I'll be back later this today with Dana in about 2 hours. Hello, Nargis, Jillian, Ruben, Tamara. What's for tea? Mandy. Hello, I'm doing well. Thank you. Thank you. Tamara says, I never liked being grounded as a kid and I hate it now. Girl, I feel you. Oh, let's see. Fly Girl Bree, I see you, and I see that you have been commenting in all of my videos about your channel. Thank you for that. Sylvia, hello. Jillian says, I'm just here for a minute, but I will stay as long as I can. My boss calls every morning at this time, so we'll see. I feel you, girl. Well, I'm glad that you are staying in with us as long as you can. Nargis said she had a bad past week, reminiscing about past relationship with narcissist ex. Sank in bed all day, but I'm feeling much better this week after watching your new and past videos. Thank you, Ms. Nargis. And I'll tell you something, this is a hard time for all of us because we get in this place where we overthink everything. And I think, well, let me just tell you, you're not the only one. If I mentioned on my birthday back in March, before all the quarantine stuff happened here, I was feeling some kind of way. I had too much time to think. I took the day off and kind of regretted it. But yeah, the problem with too much time to think is exactly what you're going through. So my suggestion is to keep yourself busy, watch videos, watch things that make you smile, make you laugh, and then get up off the couch sometimes and, try something different. Maybe, I don't know if you're allowed to go outside where you are, but just getting out of the house, even just out on your porch or out on your balcony and breathing some fresh air can be really helpful too. Pattern interrupts are really helpful. Hey, Misty, welcome, welcome. Let's see here. Misty is one of our coaches over at Queen Bee. She's our divorce coach / legal expert. So she's always a good post. She said she's listening in from an impromptu road trip. Oh my goodness, I need to know more things about that. Okay, wait a minute. Morning, Karen. What's for tea says, I'm kind of liking this hermit thing. Latent introvert. I'm never fully going back to the old way. Yeah. I mean, I'll be really honest with you. I work from home anyway, so I spend a lot of time at home. And I find myself in the same boat. I'm kind of like, well, it's cool mostly. I mean, I have my moments where I'm like, I really wish I could get out of the house, but not probably like most people are struggling with for that same reason. Let's see. Mr. Gigi. Mr. Gigi, zero money down real estate structures. Hey, awesome. He says, hey, homegirl, Kansas City, Missouri, still on lockdown. Yes, here too. Yeah. No good. Yeah. But I'm happy to see you, my friend. Karen says, I'm having a hard time finding a quiet place simply to be me. I get that. And especially if you are in the, lockdown with a narcissist, it's very difficult. Stephen says, I love your channel, Angie. You do so much for all of us. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Stephen. Nargis, Jillian says it goes up and down with recovery, but it sounds like you're moving forward regardless, and that is key. Yes. PM feels Nargis on this. Yeah, like I said, I think all of us go through that. And as Mandy points out, it's hard being alone 24/7 because I'm in the risk group. Oh gosh, that is scary. Yeah. Hey, Linda Stevens, how are you? Welcome back. Nargis says this is the time we are more vulnerable. making one feel lonely. And I guess that's why it happened. I'm glad I acknowledged it because it's the reason I had a bad week. Yeah, that's really, really important. And I agree with you. Acknowledging it is important and being able to move forward from it as well. Let's see here. Richard Dobbins, one of my awesome supporters. Hello, Richard, and thank you for being here, my friend. Uh, Karen says, everyone is overlapping each other from work, school, and such. Oh yes, oh yes, yes. It is difficult. Um, yeah, my friend's daughter, they live out real far in the country, and they have terrible internet. So she texted me yesterday, I'm gonna sit on your porch and do a Zoom meeting. Don't worry, I'm not coming in. So I thought that was cute. Um, and they have permission to do that. That's not something they just pulled out of their ears. Thelma says, sorry, I was in a meeting. No worries, Thelma. Glad you're here now. Um, yeah, the thing with everyone overlapping each other, I mean, there are different things you can do with that, Karen. Like obviously, shifts on the internet, or hey, I'm going to be in a meeting right now. Don't do any heavy gaming or anything, that kind of stuff. But I know when especially when you're in a small home, it can really affect you and the way that you feel a lot of stir craziness. Right now, I have a lot of extra boxes in my office, and one of the things I had was 2 packages of toilet paper that I had to order online because I couldn't get them locally. And I came in this morning to do my stream and discovered that my cats have torn into one of the things of toilet paper. It's kind of ironic and funny a little bit, but also really kind of made me cuss at them a little bit. But I love them, so I didn't do anything but cuss. Um, and they only tore up about 2 or 3 rolls, but they're still usable, maybe. Let's see here. Tamara says, it's true. I'm a people person and I get my fix in public. I'm locked in with an aging narcissist. Oh. I use my eyes as the smile I share. I've taken up running. Oh, good. Running for shut-ins. Oh, running for shut-ins. Is that like a course? I mean, is it like a class you can do or something? Oop, darn it. Hey, Channel Tools. Yes, you are the reason that I made sure I came on today. So tell me what's up with you. Hey, E-Rock Freedom. How are you? Hello. Let's see. I got to find where I was. Nargis. We do have a stay-at-home order, but not a lockdown order. Taking cautions, though, wearing masks and gloves. Yeah. I have a stay-at-home order. I don't even know. I think it's also a lockdown order. I don't know, but same here. Gloves and mask if I do have to go out. I've been able to order a lot of things online, which is very helpful. I found this meat company in Missouri that's like a farm, and they have like anyway, they'll deliver frozen meat to your door, like without, if you're not a vegetarian or whatever, without all the hormones and junk in there. So I thought that was really, really cool. And if you order, with time, like you can't order it and expect it the next day, but you could order almost everything except for maybe milk, and even then you can kind of order that. But anyway, okay, depending on where you live. Florida and back, in less than 24 hours to drop off my grandpups, Misty says. I like that. That's cute. Grandpups. Yeah, Jillian says, I never realized how comfortable I was being out of society until this pandemic. Yeah, that's a valid point. I definitely am mostly comfortable with it. My only issue is just, the occasional desire to go out and maybe have dinner somewhere with the kids, or the freedom to just go to the grocery store if I feel like it, mostly. And I do miss a few friends, but they mostly come to my house. So let's see here. Music. Hello. Thank you so much, they say. Greetings from Athens. Very cool. Good morning, and thank you for being here, or good evening where you are, maybe. Tamara says, this is my first live, so I'm blessed today. Oh, that's awesome. Welcome. I'm happy you're here with us. E-Rock, I'm always happy to see you. How are you doing? Oh, E-Rock says, I'm waiting online at the pharmacy for a prescription 6 feet apart. I almost feel like the world is catching up to anyone that has PTSD already or CPTSD. Yes. Hey, Laura, welcome. I'm glad that you are here today, even though I know you have to leave. And Martha knows exactly what you mean, Jillian. Linda says, being alone or lockdown hasn't really affected, neither has social distancing. My stiffest problem has been hugging. I have discovered that I'm a hugger by nature. Yeah, I get that. I do. Gina says, so my ex has been hoovering after 18 months. I was sitting on my porch and he came driving by with a big wave. Oh, I I think this pandemic has brought out a lot of the hoovers, because people can't meet new people, and sometimes they end up with someone who actually enforces their boundaries. And yeah, so hoovering is going to be a big problem, and good for you for just ignoring it, I hope, Gina. Erock said, so in a weird way, it's like we're very well prepared for those because we've been dealing with these kinds of things already, assuming someone has been working through their trauma. That's a valid point. Yeah, I'm hearing very similar things from a lot of my clients as well. But there are some of them who are, struggling because they want, they want to be dating or whatever, because they're in that post recovery state, which is pretty cool. Let's see, where was I? Okay. Now, Thelma says, I'm having a hard time accepting that his words matched his actions for about a year. Then he flipped out and walked out, and it's all of a sudden my fault. Yeah, I have seen that actually. That's actually more common than you think. Now that acting like he's normal for a whole year and then suddenly flipping out, there might be something more to that, but I'm guessing maybe that there was some projection there. I would need to know more about what happened, Thelma, and I might be able to help you a little better. Thank you, Jillian. I appreciate you, my friend. E-Rock is wearing a bandana, and Tamara says, stash ramen noodles. Yeah, those things will definitely help. They'll last forever, almost. Sean says, I can't pay my phone bill. I'm about out of dog food. Head gasket going out on my van. Oh my goodness. Applying online during COVID with no luck yet. Not even a call from McDonald's. I'm dead. Oh my goodness, Sean. Okay. So I don't know which phone company you have, but I know Verizon, they said, like, sometimes I forget to pay my bill, but I always pay it, but sometimes I pay it a little late. And when I paid it this month, I forgot and I paid it a little late. But they said, when I called to pay it, they said the automated system said, if you need financial assistance due to COVID, then press this number or whatever. So you might be able to call up your phone company and say, hey, I'm struggling. Can I get a little leeway here? I mean, you will end up having to pay it anyway. But another thing you might do, Sean, is look at Fiverr.com. They, if you have any skills whatsoever that you can do online, even sometimes silly stuff, you can make quite a bit of. I used to, back in the day when I was younger, probably about 10 years ago or 8 years ago or something, when I was first starting my business. I guess that would be about 10, 12 years ago. Anyway, long time ago, I used to make grocery money on that site. So it's definitely a possibility. There's lots of other things you can do that way, where you can do things from home. I don't know what your skill set is, but even if you you can write articles or build a website or, um, you know, make phone calls for people. You look around on fiverr.com and see what other people are doing to make money. You might be surprised what you can do. Hello, Jade. Sylvia says it does feel lonely right now. I've been working on myself for 2 years, not dating. Been great, but for some reason I was feeling lonely last week. Yes, it's hard. I mean, even like I rarely feel lonely in real life, but I've noticed myself having moments here and there for sure. And it's a process, and part of the reason we do this stream and Lee streams over on Narcissistic Abuse Recovery channel, and we do all that stuff. So Nargis says, in all this hullabulla, hula bula, Angie, you look great, and I'm glad you're taking the time to be here with us and for us. A question: what do you do when you have your moments, if you don't mind me asking? Okay, that's a great question. So if I feel like if I'm having like a real bad day, I might just give myself the whole day to feel like crap, and then I might go on, but that's unlikely. Usually what I do is I use pattern interrupt. First, I talk myself down, like, okay, so I'm feeling this way, but the truth is I haven't been out of the house in like 6 weeks or however long it's been, very much. I'm not getting any sunlight, so therefore I'm probably, having some SAD symptoms or, sad seasonal affective disorder type symptoms. I just basically logic myself out of it, and then I try to use pattern interrupt to change my perception. So, for example, instead of feeling Oh, here's Dana asking me if we're on today. Hold on one second, guys. Let me just tell her so she knows. Whoops. Yes. Okay. I'll tell her later how funny it is that I did that during a live stream. Anyway. Okay. So, yeah. So the other thing I do is, I'll turn on some music. I will do the thing where I walk out on the front porch and get some fresh air. I will take a shower. I will do any sort of pattern interrupt to sort of switch things up. And then I will come out and, feel better usually, or at least start to function. And if those things don't work, then I just tell myself, okay, maybe I need a break, and I give myself a break. I don't know if that's helpful at all, but let me know. Let's see here. Linda says, I'm very concerned. I'm a little concerned about food disappearing everywhere. Yeah, I am as well concerned about that. Wait a minute. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. E-Rock says, wait a minute. Linda says, I'm a little concerned. Yeah, I'm a little concerned as well, but I'll tell you something. If there are a lot of things you can keep in the house that, don't go canned goods, things like that. I have not had too much trouble getting mostly what I want, like I said. So I think it's definitely going to depend partially on where you live and so on and so forth. Ooh, my tummy is not good and my head is not good. E-Rock says, I look like a gang member, slightly nervous because in the hood I live in, certain gangs like, oh, wow, still exist. It's a blue bandana. That's a little nerve-wracking. Yeah, I get that. But I think most people right now are going to be aware that this is going on. So hopefully they won't assume anything about you. Best case scenario. Jesse says, how do you deal with a narc ex that cut you off and doesn't talk to you, but you still have to see every day of your life? Ooh, that's hard. I would gray rock them. If I have to see them and deal with them directly, I would just deal with them on the facts only, not the emotions. If I don't have to talk to them, I would just pretend I don't see them when I do have to be in the same room with them. I would just keep it emotionless. That's what I would do. I guess I would need to know more information about what you're dealing with. I'm assuming this might be a coworker now, or is it a co-parent? Baby mama says the narc ex-husband keeps trying to contact and the narc mom is out of control, having a hard time feeling hopeful. Yeah, this is a hard time for situations like this. I mean, people have too much time to think. They have too much time to feel sorry for themselves. And I'm talking about the narcissist on this one. I'm sure that the narcissist mother might also be out of control because same thing, too much time to think, too much time to tear people apart. So yeah, I get it. Now, Steven says, I've been doing okay during this lockdown. I've wait a minute, baby mama, let me say something else. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to jump through these too fast. I wanted to say this. When you're feeling like that, take the time to stop. And this is going to sound oversimplified, but take the time to stop and look around you and find 10 things you're grateful for and 3 things you love about yourself. And do this as often as you can when you're feeling that way. You will be surprised at the significant effect it can have on the way you feel when it comes to feeling hopeless. It seems like the hardest time to do it, but it's really the most important time to do it. Steven says, I've been okay. I read that one. Oh, yeah. He's been okay during this time. He's got his little hobbies to keep him busy. He said 7 months out of a discard and about 5 months no contact. There isn't anything in the world that would make me break no contact. Good for you. That's amazing. And I do think hobbies can be so helpful during this time. Whether they're artistic things or, tinkering with mechanics or, writing or whatever. I mean, whatever it is that makes you happy. I think that's a great thing. E-Rock and Angela Falsetta. Hey girl. Hey, number 1. She says, hey, sweet Angie. Thank you for checking in on us. I'm lucky to say I'm coasting and virus free. That is awesome. If the quarantine is the worst thing we have to endure, we are very lucky souls. Yes, I agree with that. Yes. Yes, Jillian, they did pre-cut the toilet paper for me. Jerks. Channel Tools says, hey, so sweet. I've been waiting the whole day. It's 5 p.m. at my place. Oh, right on. Well, I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean to make you wait the whole day, but I'm glad that you came in with me today. Hello, Erock says, Mr. Live Streams. That is why I'm here. And Dana and I will be live later today as well, so don't forget to come and see us then. Um, Jade says, my narcissist has left me to quarantine. Oh my. To quarantine alone and has taken my 3 children as her, the narc mother, must have the grandchildren, and they limit letting me speak to them by Skype. I don't understand how she could do that. um, can you help me understand that? I'm so sorry that you are stuck by yourself when you have children. Why does she have the grandchildren? Is that her right legally to have them, or did she just take them without asking? Oh, she discarded you. Jade, I'm so sorry. That sounds horrible and painful. I don't understand why she can do that legally. Ms. Scott says, I feel so alone sometimes and have a hard time trusting anybody. You're not alone. You're not. Yep. Oh. Nargis says, I have a hard, she says, here Walmart has started selling 4 toilet rolls in a pack for 69 cents. As soon as they stocked it, our hands were at the shelves grabbing a few, I bet. Cassie's mom said, wait a minute, Ms. Scott, as far as feeling alone and not trusting anyone, do you have anyone in your life at all that you trust, or are you just on your own? Let me know. Cassie's mom says, struggling in week 5 of lockdown here in the UK, the temptation is strong to build a connection to my ex. I totally get that. I do. And I can't even, yeah. I'll say this, temptation being what it is. I mean, you would almost do better to get online and talk to people in support groups and connect with someone that way, someone that maybe can't destroy your soul in the process. I totally understand feeling alone, but I think it's just really important for you to, if that person was toxic for you, this is not going to help. It might, temporarily decrease the feeling of being lonely, but it's temporary, and then you'll have to start your recovery again at some point. I don't know. Tell me your thoughts. Jade says her mother's upset that she's not out running and crying for her. That she's not running and crying for her. Jade, she's obviously got major issues. I still don't know why she has her kids, but maybe she just powered her way through it. Wait, Jade says my wife and wife's mother. Oh, okay. And they are both the children. Okay, that makes more sense. So your wife and her mother took the children. I see. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, thank you, Angela Falsetta, for the. Oh, thank you so much for the $20 super chat. She says, a little gift for you. Love you, my number one girl, looking beautiful as always. Thank you, my number one. I appreciate you, my friend. Thank you so much. Oh, July Lee says, thank you for being awesome. We love you. Right back at you. I lost my place in chat, you guys. Nubia says, I've been able to go and help the elders. I've stayed productive. Writing poetry and listening to jazz has kept me company. Sean says, I'll try your suggestions. Awesome. Hey, let me tell you something. Nubia, I have been listening to jazz almost every day, and I'm not like, I always love jazz, but I never listen to it. But something I've been doing with my kids is we, when we cook dinner together, then we sit down at the table, we have the jazz music softly in the background, and then we'll play a board game or a card game and stuff. I have learned that my daughter hates Monopoly, but she likes Uno. So that's the thing we're doing. Julia says, reading an uplifting book. Wait a minute, where was I? Switch on your brain. Oh, great. Working on getting rid of those toxic thoughts from 39 years with soon to be ex. That is awesome. And I really, really appreciate that you're doing that, as well as the book suggestion. Yes, Roasted Studios, thank you. I am doing well. Uncle Meow Meow. Hey. Uncle Meow Meow says, howdy everyone. Quarantine has given me time to clean and even heal from my narc ex. She even reached out through email. Seeing I blocked her on my phone. Gray Rock is satisfying. Oh, yes, it is, isn't it? Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Oh, look, it's Mo Cowboy. Hey, Mo Cowboy, I'm so happy to have you back. He says Scott Peck noted or speculated in his most known book, The Road Less Traveled, that predators cut off from their supply or addictions would have would then have to face what they have done. Oh, interesting. So perhaps they are all in, or many of them are in. Oh, look, there's Jamie B. Yeah, I think that makes a valid point, Mo Cowboy. Jamie B says this gives me so much anxiety. I'm not trying to be negative. Oh, she says I'm dealing with major hoovering again. Ugh, even though he is blocked from calling, texting, he keeps making new emails and iCloud accounts and doesn't stop. It's been over a month. Yeah, again, we're going to have the hoovers coming for a lot of people during this time. People are lonely. Narcissists are still human. They get lonely too. And like we've said, just like we have too much time to think, so do they. And so they're going to look for, to get back in with their favorite sources of supply during this time. It's just a normal thing. But you're going to have to stay strong, my friend, and don't fall for it. I know you can do it. Stick with us here, okay? I know the anxiety. I get it. Trust me. Just keep blocking them every time you see them like a, ninja. Brian says, I haven't heard you in a year. Don't really need it anymore. Just wanted to check in as well and say thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate that so much. And I'm glad you did pop in with us. Oh, Mo Cowboy added, thus the increased suicide rate when supply is cut off. Yep, that's common, sadly, but hopefully not for us, and not for them either. I don't want anyone to do that to themselves, but yeah. Steven says, I started playing my guitar again and recording stuff. My narcissist would never let me because the focus is off her. It's such a relief to be me again. Yeah. And this is a great time to do things like that. I think I told you guys I started playing my clarinet again. It's a good one. It's something to do something different, I've totally just all over the place in chat. Okay. UNA, hey Peggy, how are you? She said went shopping this morning. It was getting urgent. Had only a meal left. Oh goodness, I know what you're talking about. That is terrible. But I'm glad you were able to get out and do it. Channel Tool says, is black and white thinking necessarily BPD? I would say no. It can be anywhere from a child to a wide variety of personality disorders and issues. I wouldn't say it's just BPD. No. Becky, I'm so sorry for your situation. Can you elaborate maybe? Hello, Tiffany. She says, hello, beautiful souls. Nubia says, Zoom is awesome. I've done a mindless to mindful workshop, yoga, and a cooking class. That's awesome. That's awesome. Where was I? Okay. Where is it? Where is it? Here we go. Oh. Why would anyone want to sign me and then type? All right, Ariel, let me find your thing. Jack said he would love to hear that clarinet. Oh, maybe that's a good idea. Maybe I will do that. Hey, Jack, how are you? It's good to see you. I'm trying to see this comment from somebody that I missed. Linda says she has done Bible studies. She started a new one and is learning the negative space around her. That's awesome. Sue says, I'm struggling. I'm not really sure why. 7 months post discard, no Hoover. Angry today during all of this that he went on to have a whole new life without me and never looked back. Okay, so the anger is normal, and if it will propel you forward, go ahead and use it for that. If not, then I suggest that you, if you haven't already, write the letter to the narcissist saying all the things that you never got to say and that you wish you could make them know, and kind of go through that. I actually just posted a video yesterday where I talk about that in detail in the second, I think it's in the second half of the video. But I think that's a really healthy thing to do, do the letter. And then I think, let yourself feel the anger. You haven't been allowed to be angry while you were in that relationship. And again, here we are, we are here in this time of quarantine, in this time of lockdowns, etc. It's definitely, of course, it makes sense that you're struggling. You're not alone in that. But it's a great time for you also to work through your feelings and give yourself time to feel the emotions that you have been suppressing or might have suppressed during the relationship. That's something that the biggest mistake I made in my own recovery was that once I learned that I didn't have to feel that way, that I could decide not to feel that way, I just chose not to feel that way all the time. And I got so good at it that I stopped actually feeling anything that was other than positive. And well, that only works for so long before it all breaks down. So if you haven't taken the time to go through that yet, then do it. Otherwise, keep going forward. Love and Peace Forever says, oh, hey, Miss Bonnie. Love and Peace Forever says, the narc ex filed false charges on me in retaliation of exposing him. So that's fun. My dog and I are homeless now, but I'm so proud of leaving, and thank you for being a part of that process. Well, I'm proud of you for leaving too, but I am very concerned about you being homeless. Do you have any place to stay, or what's happening with that? Let me know. Tiffany says, I'm losing my mind. I feel like I'm being backed in a corner. I have no one to talk to on top of 2 kids being in the house with me. Totally get that. Totally get it. I'm in a very similar boat. Again, I suggest get into the support groups. We have several over at queenbeing.com/group-support if you're interested, or queenbeing.com/span will take you to the primary group. It is important to talk to other adults. I totally get that. So that would be a place to start. And also, doing Zoom calls and things like that with your friends or family members that you're still in contact with. Goodies Girl says, question, how to deal with a narcissist brother who wants to be supportive this time, but his gifts and favors always comes with a price. It's hard because our mom lives with me. Okay, well, I would let him help your mom if that's useful to you. But as far as the price goes, if it's anything that isn't for your mom, then I would not let him help. I would, unless the price is worth it. This is an altruistic narcissist. It sounds like somebody who, yeah, I'm going to help you out. But I'm also going to need you to do X, Y, and Z for me if I help you. And that's really unfair. I mean, I know my narcissistic parent did the same thing to me all through my life until I realized it. So I would turn down anything you don't need from him. And I would say, I appreciate the offer, but I've got it handled. And I would go from there, unless he's actually being helpful to your mother or to yourself. And that's what I would do. Let me know your thoughts. Stay strong, predators. Wait a minute. What is this? What? I just got a little blinky light thing on my, oh, what is this? Oh my goodness. Okay. Nargis, thank you so much. I appreciate you, my friend. Nargis just sent me a super chat. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Ms. Zombie Angel, oh, that's a cool name, says 3 years no contact, trying to find myself, no Hoovers for 2 years now. Quarantine is having me slowly losing my mind and recoding my Halloween props as if they are on a movie set. How you doing? I need to clean my house. My house is trashed, especially my office, which I haven't been in since the last time I was alive, and it's a mess, and I'm not okay with it. But that'll be my evening activity today after I finish all my streams and things I have to do. Let's see. Yes, Bonnie says narcissists need their supply, and they are probably absolutely going nuts without their supply and contra. Okay, you guys, let me ask you a question. This is the thing. So I can do more live streams here if you would like that, and if you would like that, say yes, more live streams in the chat right now. But I can also do live streams elsewhere. Maybe we could talk in one of the Facebook groups, or we could talk, I don't even know, Zoom somewhere. Maybe we could do a weekly Zoom thing where you guys could actually pop on camera and talk with me, or just pop on voice and talk and still chat as well. Let me know your thoughts on that. I would like to make it a little better for everybody and myself as well. We could kind of hang out. If anybody's interested, let me know in the chat and I'll see what I can do. Whoops. Yes, please. Everybody says more live streams, more live streams. Okay. Yes, says Jen Archer. Hey, Jen Archer. Madeline Hernandez. Martha says yes. Okay. Very good. Very good. Nargis, thank you. You're amazing. Yes, yes, yes. Jillian says, I have to stop and work now, Angie. Love you forever. Thank you for being that beautiful guiding light that led me to recover. Blessings to you too, honey. I love you too. and have a great day at work. Thank you so much, Nargis. Thank you, my friend. I really appreciate you. Okay, guys, I have to be somewhere in 8 minutes. So I'm going to yeah, sorry. Love and Peace Forever. That sounds horrible, and I'm so sorry. They refused to arrest him. I need to know more about your story. No, E-Rock, it's not weird that you feel upset that the usual narcs aren't hoovering you, and you probably have been hoovered by proxy. I take it back. I don't want to hoover. Yeah, see, when you say it out loud, it's a little different, right? But yeah, I get you. I mean, it's hard to be by yourself. It is, and especially for this amount of time. Richard, I don't know where. Richard, oh, how do you tell the difference between being a narcissist supplier being codependent? Well, the difference is that a codependent is a narcissist supply when they're in a relationship with a narcissist or in any way connected to one. They tend to be a narcissistic supply. Basically, the narcissist could use anyone for supply. It's whether or not you allow it to happen. And if you're codependent, chances are you're allowing it to happen, if that helps at all. Okay. Bonnie got COVID. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, COVID. I can't talk. COVID hoovered by her grown niece early on the lockdown. I learned from it and know better now. She was just looking for drama. I remember that. And to haul off and punch me one more time. Oh, figuratively, I almost got upset. Okay. Well, I'm glad that you handled it. I am. How do I get rid of the feeling of walking on eggshells in my own home? Well, the logical answer is to get the narcissist out of your home. But in the meantime, if there's no physical stuff happening to you, just mental stuff, then you can just stomp right through it. But it will make you very uncomfortable. And I would suggest that until you can get that person out of your house, you take baby steps on that. Yeah, Shelly, I don't think they can force you to let your ex who has not been isolating see your children under 5. I really don't think you have to do that. If nothing else, maybe you could try to do a social distancing date or have them visit on Zoom or something. I think you can. I think unless the police come to your house and force you to, you can say no. It depends on your custody agreement, but if there is no custody agreement, I'm sure the police would agree with you. And even if there is one, if he hasn't been isolating, I'm sure the police would agree with you on that too. I wouldn't do it. I want to stay forever, guys, but I really have to go. I have to be in a meeting in 6 minutes. So I will be back here, like I said, later today with Dana. If you aren't already on my list, you can text AngieLive, all one word, AngieLive to 33222, and I'll text you where I'm going live and when. Because like I said, I can't recall if we're on Dana's channel or my channel this week. But you can do that, or always, hit the subscribe button and the bell notification to be notified each time I go live and each time I upload a new video. And big hugs and love to you all. Jen, I'm happy to see you. Miss Zombie Angel, Madeline, I see everybody saying more live streams. Okay, I'm picking up what you're putting down. You might have to deal with me without makeup sometimes, because sometimes I just don't want to get dressed. Yes, someone can be a codependent and a helicopter parent. Yes. Okay. All right. I want to keep talking. Yes, we're going to hang. E-Rock, we're going to hang. Okay. Yes, Nargis says, I want that. Martha said, be safe. Thank you. Okay. Yes, Zoom. I will Zoom to your house, Nargis. Darlene says the text doesn't seem to work in Canada. Oh my goodness. Well, Darlene, your other option is to hit the bell notification on my channel and Dana's. Hit subscribe and hit the bell notification, and then you should hopefully get notified. Also, I try to post it in the span group. I think I just realized I forgot to post it in the off Facebook span group today, but I'll try to do that. Yes, I will. I'm going to take some ibuprofen be in between. Dana and I should be on in about an hour and a half or a little better, Bonnie, and I will see you guys very soon. Yes, DR, I'm so happy to be able to do that. Okay, thank you, Darlene. Then you should be notified as well, as long as you hit that bell notification. And if not, let me know where else you are. And if you're not already, I think you're on Facebook. And if you are, then make sure you're part of SPAN. I do post there as well. Okay. Not bra, I meant to say beautiful. That makes more sense to me, DR. Thank you so much. I'm like, wait, am my bra showing? Okay. Typos. My pleasure, Bonnie. My pleasure, everybody. Big hugs and love to all of you. I'll see you. Oh, thanks, Sue. I will see you guys in an hour and a half if you're still around. Have a lovely day. All right. Ed meeting. There it goes. Okay.